It's Uncanceled on KCMO Talk Radio right after Pete Mundo and Mundo in the Morning.
That's right. Great couple of days yesterday with Keatsman out there at Conrad's Kitchen and Lee's Summit. I was out there on Wednesday. Yesterday, I was down at the Big 12 tournament, so I didn't get to join yesterday, but I heard it was a great crowd for the Missouri game. They made a nice comeback there against Kentucky. Just couldn't finish off the deal. But John got his Cuban sandwich. Mark, what did you eat yesterday?
I just went with the classic chicken tenders.
Ooh.
Just because I like to
That's
try
his unit of measurement in a restaurant. He was telling me what he tries first any place he goes to see how they rate.
Okay.
Yep.
How did they rate?
I like 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, they were actually really good. The breading seemed like it was like homemade or from scratch and very tasty.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, let's do it.
It's time to buy, sell,
Have it at end, 12 and a half, 15.
and hold.
All right, John, what's on the rundown for buy, sell, hold?
All right, buy, sell, or hold. Kansas City Mayor Lucas, Quinton Lucas, is running for governor in Kansas.
Sell. The mayor was on the show yesterday. He made some headlines when he said that he will give us a reason in the weeks to come to continue to talk about him, implying he's going to file to run for something in the region. And immediately there was speculation on this show from you and other folks on social media that maybe Quinton Lucas will go across the state line because he made some references to going into Topeka and being on the Kansas side of the state line. He'd run for governor of Kansas. It's an open seat. Laura Kelly's obviously termed out. That's not going to happen. Laura Kelly is already endorsed in the race. She endorsed this guy, Ethan Corson, who's a state rep, I believe, at a Fairway. So she's already got her horse in the race. She's not going to then back off it and say, actually, this guy Quinton's kind of good, too. Let's get him over here to the Kansas side of the state line. That would be really awkward, really uncomfortable. That's not going to happen. What seems to me Quinton Lucas could do is run against Mark Alford now that the map is set on the Missouri side in the 4th District. Now, he won't win, he won't because of how the map is stacked against Democrats, but he can make himself into somewhat of a sacrificial lamb and then finish off his term as mayor. The wild card here is if Sharice Davids decides in Kansas she's going to run for Senate against Roger Marshall, and then Quinton Lucas decides, maybe I'll flip over to the Kansas side and fill Sharice Davids' seat if Mike Kelly, the Johnson County chairman, doesn't want to. That is a wild card. It's a long shot, but I'll never say never for someone who has great political ambitions like Quinton Lucas does. So I'll just leave that one as is there, John.
All right, buy, sell, or hold. Kansas City bums are nicer than New York City bums.
Buy. Kansas City bums are much nicer than New York City bums. So, having worked in New York City for 5 years, and this is how I was raised, you do not make eye contact. You do not talk to bums asking you for money. And as someone who used to get out of Fox News at about, depending on what shift I was doing, if I was doing the nighttime show from 6 to 9 p.m., I then would walk up 6th Avenue. I had a parking garage at like 57th and 8th I would park on in Manhattan and then walk down to Fox News, about a 15-minute walk, but I had a good deal on the parking. So every night, 9:30, I'd be walking up 6th Avenue or 7th or 8th or whatever, going over to the parking garage. And, you get hit up by bums all the time. And you just don't make eye contact and you keep going. You say, nope, no money, keep going. You cannot give them the time of day. You just can't. Because they're really good at their jobs, if you want to call them that. They know how to master manipulate you. I mean, they'd be great salesmen if they actually put themselves to use.
You're working the number one market in the nation, right? You work your way up to New York when you're panhandling.
Yes. So you just can't. You just have to keep your stride. You got to keep going. If you want to say, nope, got no money, got no cash, you can do that. So last night, I'm walking out of the Big 12 tournament, and I left before the KU game was over because I had to get home and get some sleep. So I'm like by myself walking to the parking garage at, where was the parking garage? Maybe 10th and Oak, something like that. And I'm crossing the street right by the parking garage, and a bum hits me up. And he goes, hey, man, you got $1? And, You know, I hadn't been hit up by a bum since I probably got here, come to think of it. Maybe when we lived downtown, I got a couple of bums hitting me up once in a while. But, you know, it's been a while. But I didn't miss a beat, man. I was like right back on that wagon. And I said, nope, got nothing, and just kept my stride going. But then this bum, right at 10th and Oak, he says to me, and I've never had a bum say this to me before. He goes, hey, no problem, man. By the way, your bag's open. I was like, whoa, that's
Such a nice man.
and my, you know, I had a briefcase and the bag was open a little bit. And I'm like, all right, you know, my initial reaction is like, he's coming after me to go after whatever's in my bag. But he goes, no problem, man. Your bag's open. I was like, oh, thanks. It's like, geez, now I almost feel bad. But I just kept going.
Here's a tip.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, but I'll tell you what. If that is never going to happen in New York City, where you turn down a bum and then he goes out of his way to let you know that your bag is open in the process. Because if he's doing that, I mean, something else is about to go way wrong for you, and you don't want to deal with that. But it was sad. I'll tell you what kind of, you know, we do have a problem, though, still downtown. And I know that Kansas City is going to clean it up before the World Cup. I saw the Kansas City Star had an opinion piece this morning being like, we must help the homeless, not just for the World Cup. I've been covering the Big 12 tournament for a while. I've never heard them say this over the loudspeaker in the media room. They said, if you want an escort to the parking garage, please let us know, and we'll have security escort you to the parking garage. Now, let's be honest, that's probably just for women. But it's sad that they have to even say that because the parking garage is 2 blocks down from the arena. You get out on Oak Street, you walk 2.5 blocks to 10th Street, and the parking garage is right there. And never in my time, maybe I just haven't heard it, but have they said to the media, if you want an escort to the parking garage, let us know, we'll provide it. That is a bad look for Kansas City. As much as I'm a supporter of Kansas City keeping the Big 12 tournament, that is a really bad look for Kansas City when you got to tell people you can't walk 2 blocks without potentially, you know, having a problem in downtown Kansas City. And if you need help, we'll take care of you.
Now, when Ozzy or Motley Crue comes, it's the other way around, and they tell the bums, if you need help getting to the parking lot from the metalheads, we can help you.
Oh, what's next, John?
All right, buy, sell, or hold Mark's weekend parlay for hoops.
What do you got for me, Mark?
Well, first of all, Villanova screwed me last night. Thanks, Wildcats.
Wait, no, hold on. Stop with that. Your parlay
No, this
lost.
is a different parlay. Conrad's parlay lost early, but I did another one for the afternoon all the way to the evening, and Villanova was the only one that didn't hit out of the 10.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm a little frustrated, but I'll give you today's that's going to hit.
Okay.
Ready
go
for
ahead.
it?
Yeah.
All
After
right, big
you rip
favorites
Villanova,
here.
you want me to buy this stupid bet of yours? But go ahead.
Michigan winning over Ohio State. Florida over Kentucky. Illinois over Wisconsin. St. John's over Seton Hall. Alabama over Ole Miss. UConn over Georgetown. Michigan State over UCLA. And the final one, Duke over Clemson. $10 to win 50.
A lot of favorites, right?
Yeah, all of them are favorites.
All right. I'm selling it just because I'm pissed at you for ragging on Villanova. All right. I'll see you on Selection Sunday, Mark.
Are you going for UConn or Georgetown, though?
Oh, gosh.
Hope they tie.
Yeah. Man, that is as bad of a question as you could ask me. It's like asking me if I like Kamala Harris or Hillary Clinton more.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Mark.